Bienvenidos a EsperanzaVence, donde la esperanza vence. Welcome to EsperanzaVence, where hope wins. Feliz 5 de Mayo, mi gente. La raza. Hey, so today we're going to play with the Morgan Greer Tarot and Dumpster Fire Oracle. Jimmy Church brought me this deck to the conference that I was at this weekend. I'll upload some videos for you guys to see how much fun we had. I actually made friends IRL with some real fader knots. We don't just talk about being friends, we are friends. And so it was really fun. It was a great conference. I learned so much, and I really hope you can be there next year. Contact Modalities Expo right here in my hometown, Delavan, Wisconsin. Just keep like, share, subscribe so you can be aware of when fun things like this happen, and then we can get together. I do readings there, I do readings here, and I do readings online. So there's many opportunities for us to connect and to fine-tune our free will and intuition together. So let's see if we get a jumper. If not, we're going to pray over these cards and get our quick hit tarot for the 5th of May. Oh, got a jumper. Speaking of 5, I got 5 of Pentacles. Cinco de Mayo, 5 of Pentacles, 5-5. So it's no surprise that we get a 5 card. But what is 5 of Pentacles? 5 of Pentacles is that sort of like codependent energy, that energy of like, I better take care of you because you're suffering more, but it's like, I better take care of myself. 5 of Pentacles can be poverty consciousness, feeling like we don't have enough resources to complete our, path. This can be like having to cling to another person on the path and being aware that like maybe we're not free to do our own thing because we have these codependent ties to other people. But if we turn around and realize that there's always sanctuary, there's always resources available, you know what I mean? We don't have to like think in only terms of earthly things. Like sometimes miracles occur. I just had a miracle occur the other day. There was a very supportive person to my channel that made a really nice donation the other day, and I really, really appreciate that. And thank you very much, because 5 of Pentacles can hit us all. It doesn't matter if how much income is coming in. Like sometimes we get that worry. Sometimes we get that clinging energy. We're like, oh, like I got to take care of you, so I'm depleting me, And it's like, we want to have equivalent exchanges. We definitely want to have energy to where when we're dealing with ourselves here on Mother Earth, we want to make sure that we're in control of our access to resources and that we don't negate the fact that Spirit is always there to help if we just turn and accept it. Sometimes it can be hard to accept blessings and accept help. So I hope that we can all become a little bit more attuned to when we should say yes. Okay, so this is going to be our flavor for the reading today, and I'd like to point out that Gary gifted me this gorgeous crystal that he carved himself. And if you, he has alienite, he has a lot of really cool stones, so if I can find a link, I'll leave a link below, but I got gifted this really awesome crystal yesterday at that conference, so that is also going to be part of our readings. So now that we got our jumper and we have our flavor for what we're doing today, I'm going to pray over these cards and we'll do our quick hit tarot. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. I really appreciate it. All right, 5th of May, 2026, near past. Oh, present tense. Near future. Oh, it's a little breezy out. It looks like it's gonna rain, actually. It might start raining while we're talking here. Near past, we're working with 3 of Swords. Present tense, we're working with 4 of Wands reversed. In the near future, we're working with 10 of Wands. Again, Wands energy is coming through really strong with this We're just coming off a Scorpio moon. We had the full moon in Scorpio on Friday, then we went into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is fire energy. Three of Swords in the near past can be heartbreak. You know, it can be us letting our thoughts get the better of us. It can be us remembering even heartbreak from a long time ago that's still holding us back from like living our true full existence, right? Do you see how those swords pierce the heart? Those thoughts, the swords are air energy in the tarot. That can be Mars, that can be cutting, that can be cutting people off, that can be getting cut off by others, that could be us just having that heartbreak energy of like realizing the truth. Swords represent the truth, and sometimes the truth cuts and sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes that full moon in Scorpio is ruled by Mars, right? Traditionally. Modernly, it's ruled by Pluto, but traditionally, it's ruled by Mars. And Mars has to do with swords, cutting, knives, like cutting things off, getting cut, you know? And that Scorpio full moon could have brought to our attention some situations that might have been real, might have been truthful, but sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth cuts into our heart. Sometimes when we know the truth about somebody, it's like, oh man, like you were my hero, and now I have a little bit of pain from some knowledge that I've received over stuff that you did. You know what I mean? So in the near past, we might be dealing with situations to where we could have had heartache or heartbreak, but maybe it's better that we know the truth and move through that pain so that we can get to the next level, right? Four of Wands reversed is moving, renovations around the house, changing locations, thinking about moving somewhere else. Think about taking our two wands and the other person's two wands and maybe doing a redo. Were we cohabitating, I mean, with somebody else that maybe we needed to switch it up? Were we habitating in a place where we needed to move on from? Were we getting too stuck in our familiar energy and needing to move away? Four of Wands upright is going to be Sagittarius energy. So our moon has been in Sagittarius for the past couple of days, and we might have been feeling celebratory. We're homecoming. We're with our people. But with Four of Wands reversed, that's definitely like needing to make changes on the home front, needing to get some things accomplished before we can have that party, before we can have that marriage of forces. And then another Wands card, Ten of Wands, that's carrying a heavy burden. You know what I mean? That's definitely like picking up jobs that don't belong to you, but you're just doing it because it needs to get done. And the Ten of Wands is when we are responsible for other people's creative endeavors that they weren't able to handle themselves, and we're also coming to the culmination of a cycle, because tens is when we, you know, graduate from a cycle and go to the next, but we haven't quite gotten to the next yet. So this is the moment to where we're almost done working, we're almost ready to put our feet up, we're almost ready to retire for good, like for real. Like some of us say we're going to retire and then we just keep working. I can think of people in my family that are like that. Can you? Ten of Wands is like we're still carrying heavy burdens, we're still carrying stuff and providing for other people because they're not able to do it themselves. But we're getting close. We're almost to the homestead, and we're almost to the point in the cycle where we can put our feet up and then start to delegate. So just hang in there, hang on. You're doing good work. You might be carrying a lot on your shoulders right now and into the near future, but just know that you're doing it for the legacy that's getting left behind, all right? It's getting really windy. Looks like it's gonna rain. Look at this. Do you see that? Wow, the sky looks like it wants to do something, huh? All right, I love you. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Get you a taco. Oh my gosh, Josie's Jazzy Junk. You should check out her channel. She's so creative. But she brought it to my attention that Cinco de Mayo happens to be on a Taco Tuesday. So let's all enjoy. And let's pick our dumpster fire oracle card before I forget. Slip and slide, play more. Oh, how cute. Dive into play. If you slip, laugh harder, splash bigger, and let joy soak right through. So that's another thing about 5 energy. 5 is the 5th house. 5th house is naturally ruled, in my opinion, by Leo, but some people say that zodiac signs don't rule the houses, planets do. Okay, so 5th house, the sun, okay? And the sun has to do with like shining forth, being playful, all right? So this is the dumpster fire oracle. Thank you very much, Jimmy Church. I love you so much. I have such a schoolgirl crush on you, and I really appreciate that you brought me this tarot deck to the Contact Modalities Expo. And I do feel playful, and I love a slip and slide, and I have a lot of really good stories about a slip and slide, and maybe I'll tell them in the writing that I've been doing lately. I have great stories about my stepdad and the slip and slide when I was growing up. He's a Leo, and he's a really good example of somebody who is constantly playful to this day. He is a playful and physical person. Actually, that's him right here. He's about to come out the door. Okay, I love you. Bye.